Entering points in MapSAR during an incident. There are many feature classes here which use points um, to store their data. Examples of those would be the point last seen. It's just a single point for where the person was last seen. The subject found is also a point. Other points include incident assets, which you can place on the map to show different assets where they are and when they're deployed. You also have resource team status, which is what is the team doing and where are they. So you can place a point out where the team is on assignment. You can place a point if a team is staying in the field overnight, etc. The other important ones are, of course, clues. Clues are a point. Always one point where you get the clue. Normally you get a GPS position or a descriptive position of where that clue is, and you need to place those. Other points include the cell pings. These would be the cell towers. We also have a scratch point class as well, which we can use just to put points on the map that we can just use temporarily. They're not necessarily a clue or anything of significance, but they might be something you want to use to line a map up or run a viewshed analysis, something along those lines. So how do we enter points into MapSAR? As with a lot of utilities in ArcMap, there are many ways to skin the cat. We've tried to make it easier in MapSAR to enter points, especially for the layperson. Generally, we find most teams, at least in the US, are using UTM as their coordinate system, and they receive their information in UTM format. So it might be that they found uh, a shoe or a clue or something, and they need to add that to the map. We've created a tool here under the XY icon. If we bring that up, we get some choices on how to enter this piece of information, this point. So it's select the entry table. So these are the point classes that I just walked you through. So in this case, we can do a PLS, we could do an asset, team status, etc. We can enter any of these in. We'll just take a clue. So select an assignment. So we have 3 assignments already built in this training model. The clue was found by somebody doing an assignment. So if it was assignment 2, that also relates to which team found it. So now you've got good track of it. So we can enter UTM easting and westing. And it will just check for the correct number of digits and not allow you to incorrectly put the digits in. So there's an optional value. This is a clue, so I'm getting different options here, whether it's a relevant clue, a not relevant clue, or an unknown clue. At this point, let's say we haven't verified what this clue is and it's unknown. I can add a description of this clue. Oops, if I turn my caps lock off. And what the datum was that it was collected in. So if it was collected in the NAD83 datum in zone 11, that's great. That's the datum of this data frame, of this map that I'm in. If it was found by someone, say, using NAD27, we can select this tool and we can choose a different projection that it was, or datum that it was located in. So if we wanted to do UTM NAD27, we could actually select that as the system that it came from. I'll leave this as it is. Click OK. It'll add the point to the map and then center the map around the point you just added. So here's our point right here, which is our clue symbol. If I turn off the base map for a minute, you can see the symbol a little easier. So it just added that at our location, and if I hover over it, it says shoe found by, and if there was a team associated with it, it would say shoe found by whatever team it was. So that's a clue. If we click this same one again, we could do a found, we can do a team status. So again, it's asking for an assignment number. We'll just assignment number 3. And where are these folks? So let's find them a location. Now you'll notice the values changed because the entry changed. So when we had clues, we were given the clue values to select from, whether it was relevant, not relevant, or unknown. Because it's team status, these are the team statuses that we have in our system. So we can assign those, which will then assign the right symbology to that point when we put it up. So let's just say these folks are on assignment, doing a good job. Again, came in this coordinate system. If I wanted to put a description in, I could. So here we go. They're in the middle of the water. So these guys are obviously swimming right now. But it gives you a quick idea of how easily it is to put information in. You could take someone that is not necessarily GIS or that computer savvy, but they can definitely click the button, fill in the information, and add those to the map. So now I know where my team are. I know what that information is. If I go and actually look at the clues attribute table, here's the clue we just entered in here. And we can see that we can pan to this clue. Forgive my machine. So we do have, whoops, our clue right here highlighted. The same goes for the team status. Here's the information we just entered. So anyone can use this simple XY tool to enter basic point information.